Hey everyone, it's Melanie, and today I'm going to share with you a layout for Bramble Fox using bits of the June Fox box and a new cut file called Leaves that's in the shop. I'm going to be using the Hip Kit Club June kit, and I'm going to be using the circle template that's in the shop, the feather template, and some perspectives from June. That right there was the cut file, but you can't really see it. I cut some leaves and I've left it on there. Here's the template. I just am outlining a circle in the middle of my page, and I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to distress it, put this on a piece of white cardstock, and then the inside of that paper that I cut out, I'm going to flip it and use the pattern side on the other side, which you'll see shortly. So I'm just distressing it. Again, this is the June Hip Kit that I just got in the mail, and the colors are so pretty. So there, I backed it on white paper. That's the part that I cut out of the center. I'm just going to distress the back side with just floral, and I'm going to use a little bit of foam tape and pop it up, because we'll use the leaves cut file to add behind that circle piece. So here I'm using just 3 colors of green. I don't remember the exact colors. I will put those in the notes below. The leaves are cut on that sheet. It's still on my silhouette mat, and I wanted to just distress to put some mixed media on them all before I took them off, just to make it easier. So I'm just going through the 3 different shades of green, and I'm adding some flecks. I'll roll my paper towel over some of it. I'm going to take some Shimmers Gold in a second and spray on there. Just trying to get enough color on here just to give them some dimension and color, so they just won't be white behind the circle part that we cut. So it looks like I added a lot more than I thought I added, but we're going to keep going with that. Almost done. And again, I know it's the rustic wilderness, mowed lawn, and maybe bundled sage, I think. I could be lying. I'm not positive. But I'll tell you in the comments. So I'm just going to continue putting some flicks on there. Every once in a while I stop and I roll it with my paper towels just to pick it up and make sure that I, can blend it and dry it in between the layers. Here's where I'm going to use some of the Shimmers Gold Spray. I don't remember the exact color. I'll put that in my notes as well. And then I'm going to take some of the white Shimmers. It's a marshmallowy pearl color. Okay, so here I took the backing off, and now I'm just pulling all the leaves off. This is a new cut file that's in the store that's called Leaves. I'm just kind of folding them in the middle just a little bit, just to give them some curl. I ended up not using them all, but they will just go in a little folder to where I need a leaf. I can put them on there. So they're going to have, there you can see a little bit better. Now look, let me apologize here. My phone evidently didn't have enough memory, and so my video kept cutting off. So there's bits and pieces you're like, what happened? And it's because I had to keep stopping and deleting stuff from my phone, so I had enough storage to record the stinking video. So these are some pictures of my grandson. They recently were in Alaska, and you probably can't tell in these pictures, but he's smelling a little yellow flower, which melted my heart for this sweet boy. So here's some Shimmers that is in white, and I'm just gonna flick it on some of the pattern paper and on the white leaves, just to give it a little more distress mixed media to it. And I love white flecks. White, you can use white acrylic paint, you can use this, any kind of white that you have. It's just an easy way to add a little more color or dimension or accent to your page. So I'm going to add those, and then I'm going to set it to the side and let that dry. And as that's drying, I went ahead and backed my photos. I did them in a little bit of black and a little bit of the pattern black and white paper, which is kind of hard to see. Now I'm going to pull out the title that's a perspective from one of the June releases, and it's going to say Snapshot, and it's a shiny black. It is beautiful. And in the Hip Kit, one of the words, they have some silvery, glittery foam stickers, and there was a word that said sweet. So I'm going to add sweet with the Snapshot. There's kind of a glare on there. It's a really pretty shiny black, but there's a glare from my light on my desk. So I'm going to put that word down, and I'm going to use right there are the silver glittery ones. They're foam stickers, and so I thought Sweet Snapshot was a good way to go with that. So I'm going to add that word with it, and I be sure and pull the backings off of the perspectives. Front or back, there's usually a little thin protective layer. So I pop those up on foam. At first I put the sweet down directly on the pattern paper, and I'm noticing that it doesn't show up well. I'm going to tuck some leaves in there, just some of the silver shimmer leaves, glitter leaves. But in a minute, you'll see that I take that sweet up and put it on a little piece of ephemera that was in the pack. So I'm just adding a couple of little silver glittered foam stickered leaves in with the other leaves to make them show. One thing that I did do on the leaves that my camera didn't catch was I took the feathered stencil, and just laid it on top of the leaves with a little bit of green. You should be able to see it in some close-ups, just to give the leaves a little bit more dimension. Again, that was part of where my phone died. Well, my phone didn't die. The video stopped recording. So we're going to add some of these. This is one of the, it's called word fetties that are in the kit, or were in June's box. And it says today was fantastic. And I'm going to put it up to the top left in a minute. Here's where I'm picking up that word, and I'm putting it on that little ticket, and it says memories on it. And it's just gave the word sweet something to rest on, and you can see it better than it being on that pattern background. There up to the top, I put today was fantastic. To the right of sweet, it's a little sticker that says you are delightful. I'm pulling out some paper snips. I use different ones for this one. I'll put the numbers, if I can, down in the description box when I do it. But I'm cut out one that says weekend vibes that's going to go towards Snapshot. These I'm doing on the bottom of the paper snips. There's 1-inch circle images. You can use a 1-inch punch with those, and then if you get the Fox Box Plus, you get the 5 epoxy flares. Those fit directly on top of those circle images that are on the paper snips. So I did one up top that says Adventure Time, and then I did another one that I don't think I ended up using that had a leaf on it, but I think I tried to stick it in a couple of places and it just didn't work. I did use a little perspective that says yay between the two pictures, and I think that got cut off as well when my video stopped. So I don't have a whole lot more going on. I did use a little word to the right of the bottom picture. It says love you. There I was just trying to make that other piece fit, and I couldn't, but I do use the Adventure Time up above today was fantastic. Again, that's off of the paper snips, and you put an epoxy sticker on top of it, and you make yourself your own little embellishment. So see, I'm trying really hard to find somewhere to tuck it in, and I just can't make it work. So I am just about done with everything here, and I'm going to start showing you some close-ups in just a second. That's the little one that says Weekend Vibes, and I think I'm about finished here. Trying to see if I have anything else, or if that's it. So there's the close-ups. Thanks so much for watching today. Again, I'll link everything in the description box. This is Melanie for Bramble Fox. Be sure and visit the Bramble Fox shop. Check out the Fox Box and the Fox Box Plus. Be sure and check out Bramble Fox on Instagram and Bramble Fox Friends. There's always lives and challenges and all kind of things going on. This is the cut file that I used, and that's the circle templates. I use those all the time. That's the feathered stencil that I used, and the word Snapshot. So Oh, and that's the blending brushes. Y'all, those blend like butter. Thanks so much for watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.